the first match in the card is Meiko Satomura defending her title against Stevie Turner for the NXT. Well, yeah, jeez, what am I on about? So the first few minutes are mainly full of chain wrestling, but after it all, Stevie Turner lands a sneaky boot, taking down Satomura. After a small bit of Turner's offense, Meiko surprises her and puts her in a submission. It goes on for quite a while, but she gets the ropes and to the outside. As the heel, obviously, Meiko tries to get to the outside, but delivers loads of strikes, getting the upper hand and the momentum. After a bit, they start trying some nice moves off the ropes, but the great thing is, out of all of that, obviously the wrestling, but the best thing about this match was that Stevie Turner looked great. So did Meiko Satomura. You don't really get that anymore. Like, if I was watching, I don't know, I can't think of a match, but I don't know, Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns. Reigns is gonna squash him. But here, it was kind of mostly Satomura for the last 10ish minutes. But Stevie Turner looked good. Like, either way, she was brilliant. Meiko was just doing what Meiko Satomura does, and then boom, she locks in a submission. Center of the ring, she keeps just dragging her back from the ropes. Stevie Turner taps, Meiko Satomura retains. It was about a 10ish, 8-minute match. It was alright. A suggestion, I think Stevie Turner, she's kind of like Sami Zayn. I think she could do a babyface even if she wanted. She could turn into a babyface, but she could definitely stay heel as well. I'm gonna give the match, well, I'll say a 7 out of 10. What needs to be done was done, practically, and both came out looking strong, as I said earlier. Both came out looking really strong, which is great. But, you know, at the end of it, I was sports entertained, and that's all I wanted. 7 out of 10. Oliver Carter and Kenny Williams promo next, talking about what the Heritage Cup means to them. They both sounded like they're gonna win, but next week I think my money's on Carter to win, and but I also wouldn't be surprised if Williams won. Either person could go to the semis or the final, in my opinion. But I just really seen them get knocked out in the next round. Wait, it's only 8 people. Anyways, Carter to win next week. Watch for that. Another promo package, this time for Rampage Brown vs Joe Coffey next week. The trilogy. It's 1-all at the moment, just like McGregor Poirier. But now it's like 2-1, but it's kind of like 1-1-1. They said the typical big heavyweight stuff. I'm gonna rip your head off. All this. But then Sid Scala comes in, confirms it's a KO or submission match next week. Personally, I see Rampage going over here, and a Takeover 36 this Sunday, which I probably will be doing a raid on. Also SummerSlam, I will be doing that. I think I could see him take off 36 Sunday. He either he comes out and attacks the winner or loser of Dragunov Walter, or he waits until he beats Coffey and then attacks them, maybe if they have a match later that night. That's just my personal opinion. The next match is Eddie Dennis represents Symbiosis versus Saxon Huxley. And finally, we see Eddie Dennis back in the ring, and surprisingly, when he was making his entrance and for the first few minutes, he looked like the babyface. But as the match went on, and Dennis started doing more heelish stuff, the the babyface was Huxley, which I'm quite surprised about because Huxley is this big, intimidating monster, like a Braun Strowman, but like a Tesco Braun Strowman. But I just don't buy Huxley as a babyface. I kind of do, but it's a hard one because both of them are real good heels. The match started as usual with feeling out. Then Dennis sent into the corner. Huxley misses a haluva kick, and he goes flying over the top rope. Dennis follows him to the outside. Huxley tries to send him in, the boy does this beautiful. He puts his leg up on the rope, spins around, gives him a lariat right into the barricade. Advantage Dennis. Dennis is really getting some momentum, but I don't know, Huxley just sits on him, then gives him a big knee into the corner while he's sitting down. Again, I'm not buying Huxley as the babyface because he really looked like a monster here. I could see him and Sam Gradwell versus Gallus, like if Joe Coffey loses the trilogy. He gets over the next few minutes, which Dennis has really nice footwork, and he gets 2 counts. I mean, that's just pretty outrageous at that point. Huxley surprises Dennis with a crossbody while he's going off the ropes, then goes to a top rope clothesline, which didn't really come off well, but it was there. Dennis is staggered, he's still sort of on his feet. He's trying to put in a bit of offense, but he just walks right into Huxley's finisher. 1, 2, 3, a big win for Huxley. And overall, Huxley, he really did look like a monster. Dennis wasn't so bad, his footwork was really well. A symbiosis attack after the match just wouldn't stop for about 2 minutes. A big last ride, I'm just going to call it a last ride, from Dennis. That was like the nail in the coffin. Overall, I'll give it was a solid damn match. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad at the same time, so yeah, 6 out of 10. Next, no promos before this match. We have Dani Luna of Subculture versus Isla Dawn with her new like gothic character, which I'm really enjoying. Believe it or not, like Subculture, right? One of my favorite stables, like all time, big all time, all ever, big thing. I think Dani Luna's worked there as a manager for the tag matches and for the singles matches with Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. I think she does a really good role, and I think it was against Joseph Connors last week or 1 week. She was really into it. Yeah, just like Dani Luna, I think is really underrated. You can tell she's just really enjoying it. She's really into it. But yeah. If either one wins, it's quite a big win, but more really for Luna. Right on the side, you can see the screen. Yeah, first 2 minutes, Dani Luna's dominating, about 5 slams, waist lock. Isla Dawn's approach is really weird. She kind of puts her hands out and tries to grab her. I know that's what everybody does, but it's a bit weird how she does it. Like puts her hands out and like tries to twist them like. Who are you? Tesco Electra Bliss. Yeah, but the thing is, it really comes into effect later on, but she just can't stop pulling Dani Luna's hair. They've a really good back and forth. Like I mentioned earlier, Dawn just won't stop at Luna's hair. They're both stuck in the top rope, just punching at each other. And she's at her hair again, Isla Dawn is, and she rips off some of Dani Luna's hair. Who is she? What? Like, she was getting off top rope, she goes yank. Like what? The pumped up crowd, the piped in crowd goes nuts. All the darn gloats. Then, as she's playing with Dani Luna's hair, she catches her, here's the finish, 1, 2, 3, Dani Luna wins, massive win. What a match. The hair coming out, that'll be a freaky, oh my, 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's already time for the main event. I got here quicker than I could. Maybe it's just how long I spent writing it down on Google Docs. But yeah, Pretty Deadly, Moustache Mountain. I expect Moustache Mountain to win this one. New tag champs. Just is like not what happens, you could see. But yeah, Edge's best mates come out with fake moustaches on, match their hair. Start off with some train wrestling, and Edge's mates gets the upper hand. Bate gets tagged in, and you'll see this during the match for both teams. They just start running wild. A double team from Moustache Mountain and a 2 count, nearly getting them the titles. Pretty Deadly got the upper hand. I think it was Howley got a blind tag to Stoker. He tries to set up Bate in this weird way for a tag team move. He trips up Howley, and he falls into Stoker's painful one. Now this is where the match really kicks off. Moustache Mountain are rolling, and Bate gets carried away running into a clothesline by Stoker. A big advantage shift going to Pretty Deadly. They keep the tags going, isolating Bate, but he breaks free, tags in 7, he goes wild. Again, a blind tag letting in Howley turn the whole match on its head again. These are all like spread out, but a double clothesline sends both of them down, allowing 2 hot tags as Bate again starts running wild. About 3 to 4, however many desperate tags from Pretty Deadly, and Bate still has the upper hand. He's on a roll. Stoker gets saved from a bump by Howley, but a massive dive over the top rope by Bate as both of them are like trying to regroup, flattens both of them. They get back in the ring, the match looks over. Tyler Bate lands this big cartwheelie kicky and a Tyler Drive 97, but somehow Lewis Howley kicks out. Like what? Like he kicked out of both of them. Both! And not even like separate. Moustache Mountain look for their finisher, but Stoker pulls down the ropes and sends Bate over. 7 eats a lariat. Stoker gets tagged. And hits this amazing like knee, flattening them and giving Pretty Deadly the upper hand. After all of it, Edge's mates don't give up and they try their finisher, but this time Bate pulls down the ropes, and when I tell you Lewis Howley died, he was DED dead, finito, over, tombstone. Like, he pulled down the rope. Lewis Howley didn't even put his hands out. He just, like, imagine a curled up Spanish fly. Like a curled up Spanish fly with no protection. Like what? Then 7 gets a tag to Bate and they hit their finisher, match over. There's a Bate 7 just to be sure nobody's there. Crazy suicide dive to Howley. 1, 2, they kick. What? No, I'm actually not having it. They kick out in. Pretty Deadly got the upper hand, and Stoker had the Boston Crab in deep, like deep. After Bate hurts, like, but like he hurts, like I think he was going for another Tyler Drive 97. Stoker flips him over. He lands badly on his knee. Chop block. Airplane spinny yoki into the Boston Crab. But shenanigans from Howley for some reason, even though Stoker has the Boston Crab, breaks it up. He threw in the Moustache Mountain towel. The referee thinks it was 7 though. So Howley takes the opportunity. He hits Bait with the titles. Howley gets tagged in. 1, 2, spilled milk. 1, 2, 3. Pretty Deadly retain. Like, where did that go? I mean, to be fair, the match was outrageous. Like, full on, out of this world, brother. My brother. Like, that was outrageous. How they pulled that off and how that match was so amazing will mind-boggle me. But, like, wow. I really want to see now a Sid Scala storyline where, what? Sid Scala rats them out for all their cheating, suspensions, all that. I'm annoyed at Fall Guys, right? But yeah, it's a bit like, I want to see Pretty Deadly vs NXT UK storyline match. 9 out of 10, amazing. Overall, yeah, I think we well, we don't need, but we should do Pretty Deadly vs NXT UK because all that cheating. So overall, I've added it up. The show gets, it seems really low, but the grand scheme of things it's not. A 30 out of 40. A really, really good show. I can't wait for an NXT UK takeover again. Hopefully they have one in Ireland, you know, Dublin, Cork, Ballymont, no. Yeah, I think a 30 out of 40. If you've made it this far, thank you. I don't reckon you have. But, yeah, please like it. It's a new channel. I want to, like, push it out there. Also, expect a channel name change coming. That's it. Yeah, thank you for listening to a waffler. Have a good day.